I mastered ProPlay and became unstoppable in the rec. I actually created my own combo system based on my knowledge of ProPlay, and take a look at how I weaponize that in this clip right here. Man, I made these guys go ring around the rosy thinking it's Daft Punk and they're dancing all around the world. But hey, you might be asking, what about running into these 98 perimeter defense, 96 steal, 90 strength lock builds, man? And if you're taking a look at these clips, you're thinking, man, Kevin Cruz is a fraud, trying to sell us a build that isn't really useful, claiming that it is unstoppable. Turns out that I might be another one of these clickbait merchants that say a build is unstoppable, but all they do is leak out. Well, hell no. We're all about ethical buckets in this video, and in this combo system we use ProPlay to such strong effect that 98 perimeter lock, he switched off of me. Imagine that. Now the 6'8", 96 strength build, thinking he's gonna bump me around and bully me. Well, take a look at that. Just using ethical moves. A combination of moves that he wasn't even prepared for, making the fool out of this 6'8". And man, don't even think about leaving your small guard with no strength and no defense on me. That is absolutely disrespectful. I cooked this team so bad that they had to call 3 consecutive timeouts. It was incredible. Well, what about 6'10s, double teams from the center right there? I just gave these guys the 2 defender salute, thinking they're Kevin Love out on that island against Steph Curry. So if you're interested in learning how to play like the chef, and if you're interested in this specific build right here, the links to those videos will be in the description. We created an insane combo system that leads us to a specific set of go-to moves that is damn near impossible with this build. 98 perimeter defense, 96 steal builds, 96 strength two-way lockdowns. They did not stand a chance. And if you listen to my man Zero here, Chef Kevin Cruz is gonna make you unstoppable. But now, let's go into the full gameplay against that 98 perimeter, 96 steal, 90 strength lock build, man. The point guard immediately switched off of me, and basically this, I think he's a hybrid defender. And I'm showing you this first clip right here because this is about as well that you will play me defensively. So first few possessions is all about data. You want to understand how your defender is going to play you. And now what I'm trying to see from this guy is that he's going to do the full court press, body up and ride, because when you're going up against 6'4s with low strength, you do not have physical handles to counter that type of defense. And if they have high enough perimeter defense, you're going to have to be creative. So what I do, I'm not a huge ego guy in the rec, man. If I can take advantage of this type of aggressive defense and create openings for my teammates, I absolutely will. And once again, you will see that this guy will aggressively try to stick up right next to me. So I'm gonna have to use my craft, and here I use the Curry aggressive breakdown. Immediately cancel that into the Curry hop jumper using that crossover, and just take a look at this filth. Oh my goodness, look at the distance that I created just by being crafty and just by using a series of moves to try and sell him on that fake out and counter with a crossover. And my primary matchup right here on defense is all about pick and rolls, using on-ball screens and the unwillingness of your help defense to try and help you out and leave you on an island. So once again, I'm attracting so much attention. The easy thing to do is if people are keying up on you and they probably saw my averages, is basically just pass the ball. If a guy's bodying you up, pass the ball, rotate, move without the basketball and see where you can go. And this is once again just a few possessions in, I'm already noticing that a lot of help defense is keyed towards trying to stop me. So this right here is an example of good two-man defense, you helping the helper and the helper helping you, and just being in good position to play really good defense. So now I'm starting the game being a distributor, making sure that to let my teammates know that I'm trying on defense. You know, we're not just out here to score. But see right there, that's when I needed help. When I get stuck in screens, I'm gonna need help from my bigs to try and step up to the level to prevent those types of 3-point shots. So now as a point guard, we got a decent lock trying to shut down whatever I want to do. We're setting pick and rolls, trying to see what opens up. I'm gonna have to rely on my teammates to move properly without the ball, know which space to attack so I can get them the basketball. And that's exactly how I start this game. I start the game trying to be a distributor, trying to still be aggressive to make sure that the defense commits to me. That was a good roll. The corner was open, so if he passed an extra pass, we would have gotten an open 3. So now 3 minutes left in the second quarter. I knew it was time to be aggressive. I had facilitated well enough. But then I showed them the go-to move. Now it's time to let the defense know that the chef is absolutely here to get these types of buckets. This right here is great help the helper defense. We leave the guy open from the corner. Not ideal. I should have rotated. Fortunately, he missed. And the thing is, if you miss a corner 3 in transition, just quickly attack and get a wide open corner 3. So now I've got take. At this point, I do not care who is in front of me. If you let me get to my spot, let me get to my move, I'm absolutely going to fry you. So at this point, I still got take. I've scored a few consecutive points, and now it's all about attracting that help defense so I can get it to my teammates. And at this point, my teammates recognize I'm hot. They set the screens, we get an easy 3, and here I'm attacking my lock in transition, getting into that Chef Curry combo. We finished the half with 16 points after scoring only 2 points in the first 7 or so minutes. We went on a little Curry flurry to put pressure on those defenses and show them what we're all about. And once again, we start the quarter by making sure that we keep our teammates involved. The big runs the floor really well, center is out of position, we get an easy assist right there. And this is the stuff that annoys me, man. My teammate, for some reason, just wants to take my matchup like I'm not doing a decent job. Even though my matchup is a decent player, got a few threes out of the way, it was mostly through pick and rolls. And man, while this 98 perimeter defense hybrid defender did a pretty decent job in the first quarter, it's over for him now. I basically have his tendencies downloaded. I know what he likes to do on defense. And I know he's a little bit twitchy, trying to prevent me from getting to my go-to moves. And this right here, I'm not gonna lie, is a great move from my matchup. And that's gonna be important later on. And one thing you'll notice about me is I take a good amount of pride in my defense. I'm not gonna switch off of a difficult matchup because primarily that's how you will learn to play defense. But at this point, man, my big man is wilding, taking these types of close shots that are heavily contested. And well, what do we have here? Our 98 perimeter defense lockdown decided he's had enough. I still try to seek him out on a switch. So even though I try to attack him there, take a look at that. The other defensive menace of the team has put it upon himself to try and stop me, whether it's through double teams or being my primary matchup. And how many times have you seen that, man? A 98 perimeter defense, 96 steal, 90 strength lockdown build switching off? Come on. This build and this combo system is so devastating that I had an actual perfect defensive lockdown build switch off of me because he couldn't take it anymore. And what I'm showing you here is a series of clips from my teammates where they're not making the best decisions, and that will come to bite us in the ass later on in this video. And as you can see, man, they are now deciding that it's gonna be anyone else but the chef that's gonna beat them. I'm getting triple teamed, double teamed. I made a poor decision right there using a wrong move. Thankfully, it did not lead to a transition 3, even though that was wide open. So I tried to make it back right here. Even though that this was lightly contested, I'm taking that shot. With Hall of Fame blinders, I'm taking that shot. And this is where our team gets into trouble. Instead of simplifying the offense and giving it to me now, they're making wild passes that lead me to a turnover right there. Just give me the ball, man. I got takeover. I've been cooking the defense. Just give me the ball and let me create situations for you guys. So once again, the lockdown is pressuring me from the backcourt. Hit him with a moving cross. Soft double team right there. My center slips open. Easy dunk. At this point, the defensive game plan of my opponents is to double team me hard and make my other teammates make plays. And I'm not unselfish. I'm not going to force a situation, especially if I'm in a mismatch physically against my defender. I'm being guarded by a bunch of 6'7", 6'8s with high perimeter defense and high steal and high strength. Trying to force your way out of that one in an ego battle is not going to end up well for you. Again, double team, triple team, I make the right pass, and man, my teammate should not be taking that type of shot. The big man should not be taking that type of shot. Take a look at this. I'm double teamed right here. All he had to do was pump fake and drive. Instead, he didn't recognize the closeout, took that heavily contested jump shot. Actually, it's pretty wild. Center gets the ball on an offensive rebound. He goes up instead of just passing it to me in the corner. So now we're up by 2, potentially up by 4 if I was able to get the ball and hit that midi because of the floor balance. See, the 4 guys were already going down the opposite end of the floor. The big man should have just kicked it out. We could have gotten a 3, gotten a 2. Instead, that's a 4-point swing. And this guy right here, come on. You should not be taking these types of shots, my man. Missed opportunity on the fast break. As you can see, 2 space the corner. Just give it to the left corner, bro. Do not test the center. Pass it out to the left corner. That would have been an easy wide open 3. Instead, he goes up. And of course, if you miss a transition opportunity, it's going to be an easy counter for the opposing team, and they got a wide open 3 as a result. These are terrible decisions that add up. So the gamble of the other team to double and triple team me, as you can see right there, is paying off because my teammates are not making the right decisions, not making the right plays. Where was my help defense right there? Again, I was left on an island on defense. The center, instead of giving me the ball, gives it to our 2 guard who has to pass it to me out of a panic situation. And it's down by 6 points. Unfortunate. And all I ask at this point is I got us the lead, not just by scoring, but also making the right plays. Just let me make the decisions and let me make the plays. As you can see right there, the defense was really keyed into me. So I just had to pass the ball for a wide open corner 3. See, that guy hit me with that same move about a quarter or 2 quarters ago. I recognized it and was able to defend accordingly. Make the right pass here. My guy should have went up the first shot, open still the second time, but he misses it. It's okay, man. Take that shot every single time. So even though I think this build only has 60 plus defense right now, not fully upgraded yet, I'm making the effort plays on defense. That's giving us an opportunity to get back into this game. And now again, triple team collapse. Got my teammate an open 3. He could have swung it to me if instead we missed that 3. Offensive rebound, center kicks it out. There we go. We still have a chance. I knew, man, that if we could get 1 stop and the ball ended up in my hand again, I would make sure that we end up with the W in this game. Now he's hitting us with a Jamal Murray speed boost. Another Jamal Murray. I thought I was right there. 14% contest. He's got takes. So it is what it is. I thought I did decently enough defensively. Just made a tough shot. But this is where... that's all I'm going to say, man. Why are you giving it to the small forward and then handing it off to the center? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, there you have it. We made a lockdown defender quit and say no mas. Defensive menace takeover for me. I dominated every single coverage opportunity out there. It just turned out that, well, they had to resort to double and triple teaming me. Unfortunately, some bad decisions from my teammates and a few of my own cost us the game that was definitely winnable. But as you can see, man, this build is devastating if you're in a situation where you have a 98 perimeter defense, 96 steal, and 90 strength lock build. Decide that, hey, this isn't for me, brother. You've done a good job.